As the nation gears up for the 2020 election circus, Americans are wondering how secure our election infrastructure is. After all, doesn't your vote count? I'm Robin Kinderman, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. With all the talk about Russian interference, the threat of the Electoral College being abolished, and all the usual voting irregularities, should we be concerned about the security of our voting processes? Earlier this week, Microsoft announced that it was rolling out a new app to be integrated into many voting machines. They claim that this will make voting more secure, more accessible, and more efficient. They call it ElectionGuard, an app created with open source software, which means anyone can use it, develop it, or distribute it. On their blog, Microsoft also claims that ElectionGuard will enable end-to-end verification of elections, open results to third-party organizations for secure validation, and allow individual voters to confirm their votes were correctly counted. So even if Microsoft says that this will be secure, don't you think it could open an entire new window to fraud? After consulting with retired Lieutenant Colonel Kurt Hyde, who has been closely following election integrity over the last 30-plus years, he said, "I have concerns here, because encryption is not the proper way to safeguard precinct results from tampering. Public vote counts and immediate public proclamation of the precinct results is the traditional American way to protect tampering with election results." In a 2016 article for thenewamerican.com on another Microsoft election app, he wrote, "While no one should be upset with quick and accurate reporting, there is no reason given why this app should work securely. Why should publicly disseminated information be transmitted securely? If everyone has a right to know this information, why should it be secured? The answer is, it shouldn't." Microsoft also claims that ElectionGuard will not support internet voting, but its voter verification process uses an internet portal. With all the hacking attempts in recent elections, is this really a good idea? Witnessing the latest Russian interference and all the usual voting irregularities, Lieutenant Colonel Hyde is skeptical of ElectionGuard's goal of modernizing all of the election infrastructure everywhere in the world. Knowing of how easily voting processes can be manipulated, he asks, could this be the first step toward worldwide elections being run by the UN? This may sound far-fetched, but many don't realize that since 1990, the U.S. became a founding member of the Organization for Security Cooperation in Europe. Being part of this allows member countries the right to observe each other's elections. In fact, the OSCE has been observing U.S. elections as early as 2002. Considering that voting should be transparent, this relationship seems quite the opposite when we have no idea where the reports are going or how they're being used. The other concern is how this app may benefit the federal government. The best approach for Americans to take is to insist on transparent elections that are easily backed up by paper ballots and free of federal control. As we know from recent history, the government likes to create crises in order to offer solutions. In this case, if citizens were to use a voting app that suddenly exhibited signs of inconsistencies, the government would have to take control of the elections in order to ensure security. Think this sounds unrealistic? A bill has already passed the House of Representatives that would allow the feds to take over our elections. This is completely unconstitutional. To learn more about this important issue and take action against it, check out our action alert at jbs.org. The link will be in the description. Until next time, take care and God bless.